Hey, welcome back to PETEPLAYS. Here we are playing Octopath Traveler 0, and guess what? I forgot to, I don't know that I forgot, but I didn't record audio correctly. So we have game sound, but no me sound. Well, thanks, man. Good to see you. Anyway, roll the intro.
Take a look at who came with us.
Okay, so basically what I want to do here is it's kind of like doing a commentary, but
Expected any less?
we're gonna watch some of the narrative elements of the episode, and then I'm gonna cut out the battling and stuff. Well, not all the battling, but just like I want to make sure that the story still makes sense, right? So remember, we punched this guy real hard, and then he was on our team, and we love that about him. But looks like Tiziano ain't back. Looks like there's Teddy. Teddy boy, it's okay. You know what? I think Teddy boy has to go to the bathroom. And just like that, with movie magic, I put him outside. Okay, these guys are going to be kind of butzos. Tomato, more like tabuzzo. Got him.
You can count on me.
Yeah, so this is actually the third time I've done this, because I think as I will detail in a later episode. Oh yeah, Tiziano's still missing. I recorded it. The audio wasn't working properly, which I think what happened was my mic was plugged in, but had like jiggled loose just barely and didn't register, so it wasn't capturing. Then the second time I did it, I started doing a voiceover. I forgot to hit record. So now I'm doing it differently. I'm doing it in the editing software. But basically what's happening here is they're deciding to go ahead without Tiziano. And I think I've discovered something. I don't know what I've discovered here. I don't remember. And then I do remember that. The cat jumped at the window and did something weird. But here we go. It's go time. Or whatever.
Tiziano. I bet he just stopped off at the
tavern on the way home, right? Yeah, that's probably not what happened. But, you know, we're going to skip ahead a little bit to us at the mansion.
It can't be anything good. Still, we can't wait in. Wealth is what ruined everything.
Here we are. Herminia's wealth ruined everything, and now we're about to do it. We're going to do it. It's go time. There is a lot of dialogue that's very sort of heavy-handed in the game in general. I think that's just part of the style, but I think that oh, you know what? I'm going to skip ahead here too. Okay, so what's happening here is they wanted to get through this door, and we could have busted it down, but they're like, let's go find a key. So we find the key.
That must be the key.
And it must be the key.
You're good for something after all.
Why are you like this, Piero?
Now, let's see what's behind that door.
Yeah, especially because I've beat up like a lot of people for you. But guess what? Now it's time for betrayal. I bet you didn't see that coming, did you?
The tales of Lady Herminia's riches must all be true.
Yep. As soon as he said that, I was like, oh, he got bribed.
Boss.
And now you're like, oh, man, maybe Tiziano got bribed.
What
What are we going to do? I don't know, man.
You. How much are you going to pay us?
See, there it is.
What kind of a question is that at a time like this?
A bad
An
one.
important one. Choosing who to partner with can be the difference between life and death.
Yeah. and you decided to partner
Isn't that the truth?
with me.
I think Lady
Yeah, you can kind of
Herminia
see
would
my faux incredulity on my
Certainly
face there.
You'll have all the riches you desire.
Oh man, these guys are
That's
punks.
an offer you cannot refuse, is it not? She'd be right, though.
Whoop! And there they go. Knife time. Hope. Oh. Fra. It's go time. And so he just stands by while we
Damn fool.
tend to our friend, and then guess what? Get him.
What's the meaning of this?
What do you think is the meaning of this? Again, the very just
Lady Herminia
heavy-handed,
paid for our
dense
services,
dialogue.
paid for us to lure you
We're
in.
certainly not looking for a sort of a word economy in this genre of storytelling, which again is not like
Time crook like you?
it doesn't mean it's bad. It's a convention of the genre, I think, to have a lot of this sort of hyper-explanatory. That got dead. This hyper-explanatory exposition. It's not even exposition. Like, we're in the middle of the thing that's happening, and they're like, we're gonna talk about it for an hour and a half.
Wealth rules over all. And Lady Herminia's wealth will mean the death of you.
Oh, yeah.
Are those your last words, Tommaso?
More like Tabuzzo.
Hey, boss.
I like how he asked him, are those your last words? And then he stabs him. So we go back. Big nasty boy. No, not this big nasty boy. Big tattoo boy holds off a whole horde of armed dudes, and then we kind of escape through the basement, like through the cellar, and we ran into this cool nasty boy. He was a pretty cool little mini boss. Very slimy, very mucusy, very poisony. And so we make it through. And oops, what did I drop? Oh, it's a ruler. I dropped a ruler on my desk. Have you been enjoying yourselves, my dears? Okay, so we.
Stupid, stubborn children.
Yeah, she's rude. She's really, really rude. She's not very nice. I don't like her. But there's going to be a lot more exposition here where she's going to be like, I'm a really bad person, and here's why.
Bargello, was it? This is the third time we've met.
Wow.
Will be the last, Lady Herminia.
Don't say such sad things. I've taken quite a liking to you.
I'm going to turn you into a gold
Let's leave
statue.
the past behind us and start anew. Come work for me, and you'll have all the wealth you desire.
Don't do it.
I'll even give you this dirty little town you so love, to do with as you please.
Don't do it.
The boss would sooner die than work for you.
I do like that they give you this moment of doubt.
I believe you're a clever man,
They've
Bargello.
here's why I think this genre is really interesting.
Know my answer.
Even though it is a little bit heavy-handed, and even though there is all this like exposition and like belaboring the point, when you're good at it, you make it really interesting by playing with the viewer's expectations of what they think they know is going to happen. So in a way, like the JRPG genre, so there's Tiziano. And you're like, oh, okay, well, Tiziano didn't.
But he proved frustratingly stubborn.
Yeah, he didn't sell out. But wait, what if Bargello does? Right? So not only do you have the genre convention where, like, oh no, somebody got mind controlled, somebody betrayed you, blah, blah, blah. Now you have the in-world, so you have the meta context of, well, that kind of tends to happen in these stories. And now you have the in-world context of, well, we already have a couple guys that got,
Oh dear.
like, turned, right? That turned on him, that betrayed him. So now what are we going to do? And it's all happening in the context of, like,
Now then.
a character that is so one-dimensional that she's become interesting again, right? And I mean that in a really, again, positive way. I don't mean that unkindly against the writers. I mean, they have taken the genre conventions and dialed them up to 13, and now we've gotten these almost caricaturized villains. And yet they've still managed to make them really interesting because they're playing with motivations. They're playing with how is this person going to handle the pushback that they're getting from the protagonists. I just think it's really, really cool. And he gone. Piero is like really unhappy about it. He screams a lot for a character that literally does nothing in a battle ever. For the family. His last words. Yeah, that kind of sucks, right? That was a very kind of a Joss Whedon kind of move.
This is all a big joke, right? Right.
And again, that little line there is not a throwaway, right? It plays into the genre convention of, oh, all of this is a play, or there's going to be some sort of turn, or everybody's going to turn out to be all right. And they do it to play with the viewers or the players' emotions about what is going to happen. You know that you as the player of the JRPG are going to do the battle, and you're going to fight the battle, and you're going to win the battle. There's only so many times that you can futz with the idea of what happens in combat, right? Every once in a while, you'll have a scripted battle, or you'll have a battle that gets turned upside down, or something weird happens, or even like not every battle can be the end of Undertale, right? So you have to find these ways that the player is going to know what is going to happen in a way that they expect and that they can play, but that you also upend their expectations in ways that don't interrupt or frustrate what they know they have to do. And that is way easier said than done. Like, I am an experienced enough video game player to know that that is something that's happening in like a really well thought out JRPG. I would have no clue how to do that if I were writing my own, right? That would be really, really difficult. So now we get this really cool battle, which I want to show some of, but it wasn't especially difficult, but I really liked her lady in waiting. Her little attaché was like a pretty cool little mini boss to have to deal with. Also, her character models. I just want to show the like movement of the characters in battle, because that's one of my favorite things about Octopath 2 and 0 is how they took these boss characters. Look at that. Like, that's really cool. Her doing that fan move. I think that's super duper awesome. And I like that they really leaned into that. Like, there was more to get from the bosses and villains and stuff. It's a cool battle. So we got a little of that. Let me see if we get a good animation for the lady in waiting. No, I thought I remembered her doing some kind of cool throw move, but I may have been thinking of another boss. So we're moving ahead a little bit. We got rid of the lady in waiting. And like I said, Lady Herminia was not an especially difficult boss because I'm pretty over-leveled for this. As it, even this end of game thing, because I've been doing so many other little bits and pieces. And just, like leveling up, taking all those opportunities. But it wasn't, there she goes. It certainly was not an afterthought. Like, it was a good, challenging battle that I just found somewhat easy because of my levels. But guess what? There's more. You're not going to believe it, but she has a ring too.
That ring.
Right? And this second battle, which we knew was coming because we saw it with Titos. There we go. That was his name. She's upset.
Why do you have it?
Oh, she's so
You
unhappy.
gave Bargello strength he didn't deserve.
I think what's really fascinating about her
Only you hadn't interfered.
is she thinks that her obsession explains the world. And it's only because she is so separated from the world by her wealth that she is protected from the sort of the things that don't make sense about it, right? The things that would interrupt her, that would give her some sort of cognitive dissonance. She's completely separated from those things. And when she starts to butt up against them, she kind of loses it. And it's not because she's crazy. It's because she has such a rigid hyper rationality of, I have the most wealth and I'm the most powerful. It makes her physically ill here. Like she is repulsed to the point of vomiting the idea of like someone else having more power than her without having more wealth than her. And that makes sense according to her character. And I think that makes her really compelling. She now she almost becomes this sort of reverse protagonist, right? I would sooner die than believe in worms like you. She is taking her rationality about how the world works to the end of its functionality merely because she cannot accept the fact that someone that she feels repulsed by might have some ability to put an obstacle in her way, right? She's had so few obstacles in this current mode of herself. Okay, she gonna get a true form. A true form. You better believe it's true. My true form is coming out. That's a Motion City soundtrack reference. I think her true form model is so wicked cool. Like, it whips, because you can't even really tell, like, does she have monster legs? Does she have, like, a nether dress or something? Oh. Right? Oh, she's spooky and gross, and that's really, really cool. Who would dare lay your filthy hands on my riches? Yeah, again, like, we see this, like, it's an incredulity based on her perfect belief in her own way of seeing the world, and I don't know, like, I've been thinking about this a lot. I've been thinking about this a lot ever since I wrote this podcast episode about how, you know, the world conditions you and you condition the world right back, but there's no such thing as a situation of perfect freedom or perfect determinedness. And that's if you're not like a material determinist or something like that, which I am not. Like, hardcore materialists might, but I find that to be sort of problematic. But there's no such thing as being perfectly free. You can't do anything you want. You are conditioned to some extent. And folks who are in this position like her, and I find this to be a story that Octopath Zero is telling, there's a very distinct through line of when you live in a world where you are subject to so few conditions, you start to think that that is the way the world is, right? You start to think that that's just how it works. And then when you butt up against the reality of the world, which is that it conditions you, you are not perfectly free, you cannot do whatever you want, it becomes frustrating, it becomes maddening, right? And that's what we are seeing with Lady Herminia. She is maddened by the idea that there would be something that she cannot control despite her vast wealth. And I find that to be, again, a one-dimensional character that is incredibly fascinating and deep. Like, it's a very deep dimension because the further you go into it, the more you have to explore the reason for the lunacy, right? Like, she's mad. She is not acting according to a rationality that we would recognize as functional. And we know that because she was like, how could I lose? I'm going to barf and turn into a demon. And like, that's her way of dealing with stuff. So again, what I find really fascinating about this game is that we are following really noticeable JRPG conventions in a way that feels really not necessarily like novel, because I think that there are other games and possibly other games that I haven't played too that deal with these kinds of ideas, but they're dealing with it in a specific context, with a specific set of characters that you're attached to, with a specific set of like bad guys that you have some sympathies or antipathies towards. I think that these three big villains are taking a cue from Kafka and maybe to a lesser extent Kafka and to a greater extent Sephiroth, and putting it into a little bit more of a humanized context, or maybe not humanized, but human-centric context, because like Sephiroth hates existence, right? But he's also a little bit difficult to sympathize with. He's a little bit difficult to understand sometimes. Oh, this devastating shot is going to bizzle bop her. Oh, I love that move so much. You can see me, I freaked out. I was like, 6,000, holy moly. Holy moly. Oh, yeah, she comes up with this little ball of demon or whatever. So basically, I think that they're taking this story of you can believe in something so fiercely that it makes you incapable of interacting with the world in a way that does not collapse on itself. I think that story is, I mean, I hate to say it, but like it's the story of humans' interaction with capitalism. It's the story of humans' interaction with existence. Existence generally, capitalism specifically, like this idea that you may convince yourself that the way the world conditions you is unimportant or immaterial, right? But you will probably be shown to be wrong, right? Like that's, honestly, I find that to be a really important and genre-defining convention of science fiction. Like, I don't think you can have science fiction unless you are taking up that idea, because then you're just doing sort of like fairy tales in space, which isn't bad. I just think that like science fiction without, oh, there she goes, she gone. Without those kinds of ideas, it doesn't really carry the weight of what the genre is meant to do. So anyway, that was the battle. I didn't expect to do the whole thing, but I did because I was giving my cool thoughts on stuff. My ring! Oh my gosh. She's pretty upset.
It ends here, Lady Herminia.
Yeah, it ends here. I don't know. There's six.
You cannot
There's
have
like 6
them.
more minutes of this. What's going on here?
Mine. All mine.
It's gonna be a lot of talking.
Wait! Our job here is done.
Yeah. What do you think she gonna do? I don't know. She gonna lock herself in a vault.
No one can have them.
What I find really interesting here is the ambiguity of no one can have them. The riches? Her sisters? Are her sisters part of her riches? Is this a metaphor for the way that she thinks that she can own people? And that ownership is a method of exacting yourself on the world, especially a world that is cruel and that doesn't care about you prior to your own making of meaning. I think that's really good writing right there.
My riches are all of me.
My riches are all of me, right? This is a pretty apparent commentary on I don't know. I think Christ said it best when he said something like, "For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also." Right? Like that one's pretty easy to interpret. Now we get a flashback.
Even the bread's frozen.
Flashback.
If any one of
Let's
us
get a
is cold,
flashback today. I'm gonna get a
someone
flashback.
else is hogging the flame.
That's because someone else is hogging the flame.
So we
Man,
gotta
I
share
got the
warmth
back.
equally.
Gotta share the
Boss.
warmth equally.
Exactly.
Exactly how?
But it won't be cold forever.
Barcello,
We're going to turn this
Barcello.
town around.
He know how to do it.
With our own
Mama.
hands.
For the family. Oh. Sorry, that was a weird noise. I put my face on the microphone weirdly.
Tiziano,
You're dead.
what would you think of this town now?
Also, I believe that is his other friend. Oh, hi, Kitty. Oh, Daisy's under the desk again. I think this will actually show up in future episodes because of the way I'm sort of recording this out of timeline. But Daisy has worms, and I'm getting we found out on the weekend, and I had to order some medication for her. She's doing okay, but it makes her kind of like hang out in spots where people, like she doesn't normally go, but where the other cats don't tend to spend a lot of time, and where the dogs don't tend to spend a lot of time. And her favorite, like, I don't feel so good spot has been right under my desk. And that makes me feel nice because that means she feels safe near me. And if you watch the show a lot, you know that Daisy is Big Mama Claw, and she get cranky sometimes. So it's nice that when...
Well, whatever you end up doing,
If you need help,
just give us the word, and we'll be there.
I'll be there because my name's Barcello Johnson. I don't think his last name's Johnson. Oh, what's up, friends? Hey, Tattoo Man came through, and he kissed in the ring. Anyway, I think Daisy's doing better, but that's one of those things that, like, she won't get all the way better until we give her deworming medicine, which is not super expensive. It's just, you know, something that happens. She got out and went and, like, probably drank nasty water. And she's an indoor cat, so she just doesn't really have any sort of, like, resistances to that. And what am I doing right now? Am I looking something up? I have no idea what I'm doing. Why am I not clicking through? Oh, I think I know what's happening here. Am I on the phone? I think I'm on the phone.
Oh, no.
That's where I discovered it.
Oh, man. Well, I'm going to have to do something about that audio. Maybe I'll go back and talk over it, but boy, that's
Anyway, let's get to work. This town ain't gonna fix itself.
that's rough, man.
Right.
In the end, there was one thing that witch's fortune couldn't buy.
A potato
True
shaped like the
friendship.
Lord. Oh. You're my friend now.
It's go time.
It's go time. Oh, look how cool he is. Oh, Bargello is so stinking cool. I think he whips. I think he's super duper cool. All right, well, I'm going to have to go back over that and put some audio in there for me. It recorded the desktop audio, like the computer audio, but didn't record any of mine. It was all plugged in and everything. And this is why sound check is important. But guess what? Ooh, the ring of Trefendi. Trefendi's rage. My rage, because the audio didn't work. Whatever, we'll figure it out. You guys are cool. Let's have a great time. We'll see you next time on PETEPLAYS. Bye.
You said, "Hi, welcome to PETEPLAYS."
Hi, welcome to the authoritarian takeover of PETEPLAYS.
What everyone does in the face of attack, endlessly spin the ship.
Hey, remember when one shark attacked me?
Up from the grave he rose!
Thanks for the coins. Here's my poster.
The name is Ramen Flowbottom.
I hope they remember you, shark.
Orlington.
No, I'm trying to not get hit by these things.
Everything's normal.
Shimbo.
Okay.
Consider this interview concluded.